Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Sports Club Perspectives, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. This is me, your boy Larry B. As always, we're joined by my beautiful wife, the lovely Cecilia. How you doing this evening?
Hey, everyone.
And we are ready to rock and roll. Oh, yes! So much to get into today, don't we?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
Today we got so much. We got a delicious coffee. Oh my gosh. Is this coffee not good?
Yes, I really like this coffee.
Right. I mean, we've had it for what, about a month now?
Yeah, I would say about that long.
Oh, but it's so good. Today we are tasting one of our personal favorites, Colombian Huila coffee.
Woo woo!
Yes, my wife is half Colombian, if you haven't guessed it already.
Yep. Proud of it.
That's right. And we are tasting that coffee today. We are also talking about those NCAA Softball Super Regionals. Can we get a hand clap for that? Just saying. Have you been enjoying the games?
Yeah, they've been pretty good to watch.
Last night, I really thought Oregon was going to win that game, and well, they didn't.
They were kind of close, but...
Kind of.
No.
As my old coach in high school used to say, kind of, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Today we are also going to give a shout out to our Sparks as we are ready to rock and roll with this season. Super excited for that. We got a new segment today, MTV High School Stories, an old school series I used to watch on MTV a long time ago. We're going to give our thoughts on that one today. Jumping in the Pool is the video. Also, our movie of the week, handpicked by Cecilia, Speed Racer. As we get ready to talk about that in honor of Memorial Day weekend and double duty. Just how hard is it to race both races in the same exact day? Our very own Darryl Kinsey Jr. of the Extra Mile here at IE Sports Radio will sent us his sound clip just to talk about how hard it is to do double duty. So, you ready for today's show?
Looking forward to it.
Let's do it. You are now listening to the Sports Club Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back. Big ups to everybody in our chat room, of course. Mr. Taryn, Mr. John Felipe, who just got off right now, had a great show, by the way, covering all things Carolina. As always, we follow him on Friday evenings, and we usually are followed tonight by Mr. Mike Pat and Let's Whine About DMV Sports. However, he's not here this week, so we took a little advantage of the time. We're going to definitely go over 6 o'clock tonight. But, what?
Nothing.
See, she's like, I don't want to. Just kidding. No, we are definitely going to go over that tonight. We're going to have some fun. We got plenty to talk about tonight. And my goodness, the list goes on with all the great things we have to talk about here on the Sports Club Perspective. So, as always, what a wonderful day it's been, right?
Yes, it is. I have literally been doing nothing all day today.
That's both of us. I've been hanging out. And, what do you call it? I was updating the IE Sports Radio website this morning. I went to the gym, got a nice lift. Didn't have to get up at the crack of dawn this morning to actually do that. Got up at my own time. Met the pastor of our church lifting this morning. He's awesome. Big ups to Pastor John. That was pretty cool meeting him this morning. There I am getting ready to use the incline bench, and well, he wanted to use it too, so I hurried up and got my set in, and such a nice guy. He was like, no, I'll go over here, and I went over there and grabbed him and was like, hey, the bench is free, and took him over there. He's really, really, really nice, man. The guy's great. It's such an awesome church. Of course, shout out to Centerpoint Church here in Marietta, California. Doing big things. Super cool church. We love them.
Yeah. So good church to go to.
Right. And I do gotta say this, speaking of that, as always, and I gotta hit the applause button yet again, I always gotta say every show, none of this, big shout out to the man above, of course, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, none of this, none of anything would be possible. Always showing Christ our thanks and praise. And, of course, big ups and thank you to all of you guys out there for tuning in, showing love, being a part of the show, and we appreciate you guys so very much. So
yes, thank you.
Right? You guys make this show fun. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And check it out. Taryn says, I can finally tune in as I have a Friday to myself. Taryn has not had a Friday to himself, I think, this whole year. He's out covering some volleyball game somewhere, professionals on the beach, AVP, NVA at Long Beach Community College, high school games, CIF. This man is everywhere. So glad we could have Taryn in the chat room tonight, right?
Yes, welcome.
Right? Well, so, with that said, how was your week? How was your work week?
It wasn't too bad. I can't complain. Right. It was pretty good.
Nice and easy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Especially if it was only a 4-day week. So.
Isn't that the best?
Yeah.
Isn't it the best?
And I like how we get a 4-day weekend. Oh, it's so nice.
Yes, we are so happy to have a 4-day weekend. It is so wonderful. So, oh my goodness. Well, with that said, tonight we're going to start things off as we started last week for our IE Sports Radio 9-year anniversary show. We started a brand new segment, and well, we were tasting coffee. And here we are yet again, tasting more coffee. So, let's jump on in to the, Taryn. Taryn just hit a nerve in a good way right now. He says 14 days until the school year ends. Technically, we got 8 more school days.
Yeah.
Starting next Tuesday.
Dang. I didn't know it was that short, but yeah.
Isn't that great?
Yes, it is great. I cannot wait.
Then we get our summer.
Well, I do and I don't, but it's not too bad.
Oh, I know. Well, Cecilia's going to work summer schools here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, though.
She's awesome.
I like to stay busy.
Teacher life.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Cannot have, like, a whole month off and then, like, seriously doing nothing. So.
I can.
I know you could.
Watch me.
but I can't. Because then I get too lazy, and then when the work time comes again, I'm not going to want to do anything. So if I keep myself going, then it's not going to be so bad.
Isn't it great? I'm just kidding.
Yep.
So, with that said, we're going to start off with our... Okay, so Cecilia thought of something pretty cool for our coffee tasting. And I wanted to explain this to you guys. Of course, it's not like rocket science, but this is her idea. So I really wanted her to explain this about the coffee tasting.
Oh, well, I was just thinking how, like, last week, since we're starting this whole new coffee tasting thing, instead of trying it with the creamer, because you don't really get the full effect of the coffee, I guess, of the taste, I mean. So I figured that we'd try a little bit of the coffee without creamer, and then try the coffee with creamer, so that we can explain the difference, I guess, which we're still going to get better at describing, but yeah. Even though I'm not looking forward to trying coffee without the creamer, because I'm not... It's just nasty. I've tried it before. Not this coffee, but I've tried, like, obviously other coffees before without creamer, and it's just, Yeah.
As we said last week, quoting the Beastie Boys, you know, I like my sugar with coffee and cream. That's Cecilia. Mm-hmm. So,
but,
yeah, we are very happy to be tasting coffee, but Cecilia is not very happy to be drinking coffee with no creamer for our first sip.
I mean, it's not going to be during the whole entire time, obviously. It's just going to be this beginning part.
So it's basically a quick little shot that she poured for us. And, well, we're going to take a sip of it, talk about it without creamer, and then talk about it with creamer. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't check it out, by the way, give us a follow at TSCP_IESR. Scroll down to a couple days ago, you will see the coffee. It is from direct trade here from the world market. Colombian Huila. Delicious coffee. Delicious. So, alright, let's go ahead and take a look at it. You are definitely welcome to try this coffee. It's very delicious, and well, here we go. So my first swig. Oh, man. So good. So good. As Cecilia tastes it.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
She looks like she just ate a worm. She can't talk.
It's so gross to me.
So, let me tell you something funny about my life. look like you just took a shot of whiskey or something. Like,
no, that's like worse than.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, I will say this. Like, that's why you're drinking more. Oh, is there a little bit left in there?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, you just chugged it?
Okay. Okay, so. It's delicious. Let me just get that out of the way. We'll get into that in a few moments. But my wife is hilarious.
You like it without the creamer?
I think it's really good. Cecilia's reaction, yeah. Totally a good one, right? But yeah, we have here a coffee taster over here who absolutely loves coffee. However, she doesn't like it without creamer. And the funniest part, though, is when we're home and I'm pouring her coffee, if I pour too much creamer, she gets mad at me.
Yeah, because then you take the coffee taste away.
Which makes no sense because she don't...
Yes, it does, because I still like that kick of coffee in there. Not like, just sweet creamer.
But when we go to Starbucks or a coffee shop, she gets angry if it tastes like coffee because she wants to taste the sweet in it.
It's because that's what you're paying for, is for the flavor of the syrup or the creamer. So they got to get it right.
I love her reaction when it's pumpkin spice season, because that's like one of her all-time favorites. And she really goes in. Like, she's not like destroying the baristas or anything. But yeah, my wife will be quick. She'll take the first drink, and it's like when you're watching, like when, I don't know if you guys ever seen Vicious Circle from Dane Cook, but like it's like when you're watching the movie previews, you're a critic yourself, and you get to like judge that movie by the previews, whatever it is, before the movie starts, feature presentation. And I feel like that's Cecilia. She's immediately like, with her, she is on the judge mode, like immediately, like not in a bad way, but when she takes that first drink, that's it. Like it's either okay, here we go, drink, and oh my gosh, they made this disgusting. It is just gross. Oh my gosh, they
not like that.
Really ruined this, or they really made this too strong, or whatever. Or then sometimes, oh, this is good. Oh yeah, they made this really good. She's getting angry.
Yes, you make me sound like a mean person.
No, I'm just saying it's funny because like you really love that sweetness. It's funny.
Yeah, like, that's what you pay for. It's different if you order like their like just original black coffee and then you put your own stuff in it. That's different. But when you're ordering a specialty drink, like that should be different, and you shouldn't taste the coffee really. And all you should taste is the flavors. And
that makes total sense. So, alrighty, well. Now we have it with creamer. First things first, without creamer. Okay, so we, of course, researching the coffee, checking out the YouTube videos and everything. What we got the most about this is it's a medium roast, and it's really known for its, like, I don't understand when they say fruit taste in coffee. I don't really understand that. But they do say sweet, like honey-ish. And honestly, this coffee, you can totally taste the sweetness in it.
Yeah, kind of without the creamer, yeah. It kind of, like, low-key, like, I tasted the sweet. Or, like, honey or something. I don't know. It just, yeah.
With creamer,
it's just so bitter and like, I don't know.
With creamer, let's do this. All right. Oh man, that's the stuff.
Okay, that is so much better. Yes.
I will tell you right now. As our cat Blue makes her way behind our laptop right now, because she wants to be a part of the show too. She is definitely wanting her own podcast.
Yeah, she does.
We are enjoying this coffee, and oh yeah. I have my vanilla bean in it. Cecilia has her cinnamon vanilla in it. And yeah, I'll tell you right now, on the way to work, this is just bringing back, like, cruising to work or being in my classroom in the morning, tasting this, because, of course, when we make this, we make it for, like, about a good month now, and oh yeah. And Cecilia blends this sucker up in the morning. I know this coffee. This is a distinct flavor. Mm-hmm. It is a good one. And oh yeah, this just hits the spot. Mm-hmm. Totally sweet tasting coffee though, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with the creamer in it. I feel like it tastes sweeter with it. So it tastes good.
So you
It
feel
still has like that bitter taste to it, like coffee does, but obviously not as strong as with the creamer in it.
So you would say that... Would you say that the creamer enhances the sweetness of the coffee?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, yeah.
I think it tastes pretty dang good. Oh, what a good cup of coffee. Taryn here in the chat room says... The Cat's Meow podcast. Yes. Don't give Blue any ideas. She's already all over our laptop and facing my microphone right now.
Take a picture of it.
So, she is. This kitty is without a doubt a podcaster.
Too late.
She is. I know. I was going to take a quick picture of her right now, but she's up and ready. And so, yeah. Anyway, guys. So that's our kitty Blue, and we will put her on. We will be putting her on our Twitter account coming up. Cecilia had to grab her real quick, but yeah, she fact.
She was wanting coffee too.
Yeah, right. She loves what we love. Just kidding. Fun fact. Her birthday, Blue's birthday, is actually the day after our wedding anniversary and the IE Sports Radio 9-year anniversary, or the anniversary show. Mm-hmm. So we didn't get her this last week, but a happy birthday to Blue. She's 2 years old. Any words, Blue? I'm just kidding. I know. She says thank you. Cecilia put her close to the microphone. She didn't say anything. Any words, Blue? No? Mm-hmm. Maybe funny she meowed. I know, huh? Thank you. So, yeah, John says here in the chat room, so you guys have an animal on the radio squad too. That's right. You better, yeah. By the way, John's dog earlier had a cameo, had a quick little appearance in Carolina Cast, so that was pretty cool. And yeah. They want to be in the spotlight too. Oh man, but no, I like that. The Cat's Meow podcast. I think you might have given her the show name, Taryn. I'm just saying, thank you, sir, for that. And Joe L in the chat room. Can I make a podcast with my dog? He loves baseball. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. When Joel and I were both talking to get his podcast going, the first night him and I talked, his dog actually barked. And he was even saying, oh, yeah, he's like, my dog loves baseball too, man. So, I love sports too. So, why not? Let's just bring our pets. Let's just do this. The pets podcast all day. Let's do this. So, anyway, this coffee is absolutely delicious. I wish we can go more into it. It's just that we tasted it for a while already. We decided to get a coffee this week because we got the Tanzanian last week. Mm-hmm. The Tanzanian Peaberry. So that's a big one that we're already like halfway through. Yeah. I'm like stuck on that one. We're seriously a caffeine fiend. Yeah, right. So we decided just to not get a coffee this week. Next week we'll probably get another bag of something else from the world market. But as of right now, we decided to go with one we already had. Yeah. And it's good. It's a good one. So once again, you guys, go take a look at it. Once again, give us a follow at TSCP_IESR. Give us a follow. We follow back, you guys. So show us some love. But scroll down a couple days ago and you will see the Colombian Huila coffee. Pick some up. It's totally worth it. Last week, I gave the Tanzanian Peabody a 10. And there's no doubt in my mind that I would ever give this coffee, no matter who makes it, anything less than a 10. I think this is a delicious coffee. Yeah, you better not. I know, right? Yeah, my wife's half Colombian, so I'm just saying, So, and last week, I think, what did you give the Tanzanian? Oh, I don't remember. I think I gave it, I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't a 10, I know that. You didn't. Maybe a 5, I think. Yeah, you were like half on it. I think it was a 5. Yeah. So, I got 2 10s already. I'm 10 for 10 already from the coffees that we tried. But this week, the Colombian Huila. Oh, I like it. This is definitely a 10. I like how light it is. She's and biased. It's not too sweet. Yeah, maybe I am. And it's not too like strong either. And obviously that's with the creamer in it. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. So, yeah. It's a delicious coffee. It is a very yummy coffee. So, once again, you guys, Colombian Huila, go pick you up some coffee. It is just such a good taste. You can totally taste that sweetness in it. A lot less acidic, a lot less powerful as the Tanzanian Peaberry. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. If you want coffee similar to whiskey, what
Shouldn't compare that to that.
I'm just saying, when you take a shot of whiskey, you know it's whiskey. The same thing. When you drink Tanzanian pea berry, you know it's Tanzanian pea berry. And if you don't know the name, you're like, oh my gosh, that's a strong coffee. Well, remember your reaction last week. You were... The funny thing is, Cecilia picked out that coffee last week.
Yeah, it was just calling out to me. Pick me, pick me.
And you gave it a 5.
Yep.
It's like, forget you. But anyway, guys, that was a great tasting. We're going to be sipping this coffee throughout the show. We're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we get back, we're going to jump on into those NCAA Softball Regionals and get on into another new segment here. You're listening to the Sports Club Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back with plenty more after this.
Hockey fans, I'm Adam Kernick.
And I'm Zach Puplis.
Together, we are the newest version of Hockey Talk on IE Sports Radio, The Neutral Zone.
Zone.
We love hockey, but we also know it's not everyone's first sport. So we want to make this show as much for new fans as for the diehards.
Whether you can name all the Swedes on the 08 Red Wings Stanley Cup team, or if you can't tell if Varlamov is a goalie or the latest trendy vodka, we're here to help. With facts, figures, and outrageous fans, we bring you all the hard-hitting hockey news you can handle, while still keeping it fun and on the rails. Well, mostly.
So tune in every week as we go around the hockey world, from college to Canada, the minors and the majors, and everywhere in between.
So bring your cellies.
And your one-timers.
You wicked wristas.
And be sure to protect your 5-hole.
Catch the Neutral Zone every week on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We promise not to pick on the Arizona Coyotes every episode.
Are you a fan of Buffalo sports? Are you thinking of changing loyalties and becoming a Buffalo sports fan? Do you even know where Buffalo is on the map? Did you know Canada is closer to Buffalo than New York City? Welcome to the Buffalo Huddle, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your host, Patty Bax. This is a podcast designed for you, the passionate sports fan. I know you love your sports. Who doesn't? I cover Buffalo sports and so much more by bringing in the human elements. I call it Buffalo Sports with a Twist. Join me as we take a journey into the world of Buffalo sports. I guarantee you'll fall in love with Buffalo just like I did. Each week we start with an inspiration, question of the day, a Buffalo fun fact, and our weekly challenge to you, the listener. Come huddle up with me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time for the Buffalo Huddle with Patty Bax on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As we say in Buffalo, go Bills!
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Couple Perspective right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That is correct. And what better way to talk? What better way to enter this segment than with to say one more time, this coffee is delicious. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Oh my gosh, this coffee is delicious. Okay, anyway, once again, Colombian Huila. I know, we're going to spend the whole show talking about this coffee. I'm sorry, I guess I'm a big fan. It's delicious stuff. Okay, anyway, you guys, welcome back to the Sports Club Perspectives. as we talked about last week, I mean, craziness. The regionals finished. The UCLA Bruins, I mean, last week, both Cecilia and I were so surprised that a team that was ranked number 2 overall, that won 52 games and only lost 5, lost in the regionals. Mm-hmm. Goes to show you, though, right? Just, just goes to show you that no one's untouchable.
Right?
Crazy, right? Mm-hmm. So, well, last night we started off with the Super Regionals. We missed Florida State and Georgia, even though that was kind of a boom. That was kind of a hit. Florida State stomped all over Georgia. But we were watching Oregon. I was cheering for Oregon because I'm at their Pac-12 team. Cecilia's like, well, forget you. I'm going to go against you.
I didn't. I said whoever wins, wins.
Were those girls having fun last night?
Were they what?
Were they not having fun last night?
Oh, yeah, they were.
Oklahoma State, the Cowgirls were destroying the Ducks. Oh, my gosh.
In the beginning, they weren't.
Well, Oregon was leading 1-0 going, I think, into the third or the fourth. And, oh, my gosh. After that, they were freaking hitting homers. Oregon they made a few errors, but they were falling apart at the seams. And Oakland, wow, where did Oakland come from? Oklahoma State just poured it on. Cecilia was absolutely in love with the Oregon pitcher's hair.
Oh, yeah. She has, tinsel, I think that's what it's called. So what you do is you tie it to, a really, thin strand of your hair. And then you, braid it in your hair or something like that. I'm not quite sure how it all works. But it was all glittery, and I liked it, so.
I got a tinsel lesson last night. It was crazy, so, yeah. And look at, of course, Taryn, where I learned it from a couple weeks ago, it says that UCLA softball didn't even win one game in the tournament. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, dang.
They got beat twice and they lost. I mean, it's just incredible to think that, But, so, today's games, let's go over and recap some of these because some of them already finished. Stanford will beat Duke 3-1.
Dang.
So, they moved, they got one game. The team that I picked to win it all, that Cecilia does not like because they're too cocky. The Oklahoma Sooners. Well, the Lady Sooners will play Clemson. Man, you're 0 for 2, John Felipe in the chat room. 2 Carolina teams. Duke just dropped one to Stanford. And Oklahoma would beat the Lady Tigers of Clemson 9-2 today.
Whew.
Got stomped on.
Yeah, poor things.
Oklahoma. And I guarantee you they were gloating and screaming and hollering. I like them.
That's because that's your personality, too. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it low-key is, but you're not like that at all.
I like to make Cecilia mad. She goes against me and stuff, so I do the same thing. We have fun.
Yeah, this is true.
We have fun. It's fun doing that. Anyway, Tennessee would win a good game here. 5-2. Or sorry, 5-2 here. The Lady Vols would win a good one here. Oklahoma State! Remember I told you all they had to do was win one more game? Mm-hmm. Because they won last night?
Yeah.
They won 8-1, right?
Nice.
They won 8-1 yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in game 2, they had to just win one more game, and boy, did they win 9-0.
Oh, wow. That's a shutout.
Yes, complete shutout. Stomped on the Lady Ducks. Unfortunately, the Lady Ducks.
They really wanted it then.
They did. They were riding the horse last night, the little...
Yeah.
What do they got? Bullet?
I think that's the horse's name, Bullet.
He had the little stick with the horse head they were wrapping around. He had a party hat on.
It's because it was someone's birthday.
Oh, that's right.
So they were celebrating.
Ride the pony.
That's a good birthday gift. Shoot, to win.
In the regionals, too? The Super Regionals? Well, she got an even better birthday gift because they're moving on to the Women's College World Series.
Nice.
If I'm not mistaken, they're the first team through.
Go get them.
So the Lady Cowgirls, the Cowgirls are headed on over to the Women's College World Series, and there you have it. Well, playing right now, they just started, top of the third, kind of just started a little bit ago. Florida State and Georgia, 0-0. If Florida State wins this thing, they're sending Georgia home, and then they're the second team to go through.
And it's top of the third,
yeah,
and it's still 0-0. Wow.
It's a good game. Northwestern is currently, I see Mike in the chat room saying, how's the Alabama baseball team? Oh, we'll get into baseball in just a bit, but man, how about this? Alabama, they were ranked as a 5 seed. They are currently losing in the bottom of the second to a Northwestern number 12 seed team.
Oof.
Chicago team right there. Chicago's in the house. Where's Mr. Adam Karnick at? Also, we have here, so that's what's going on at the moment. And then tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific time, we have Louisiana taking on the number 7 seeded Washington. And San Diego State, go Lady Aztecs! They made it. We're not too far from San Diego, you guys. Yeah. So, they're taking on number 15 Utah. So that's it. That's it. And then tomorrow, we're going to have the game 2s of some of these. And maybe on Monday, maybe some game 3s. But
I'll have to watch some of them.
Yeah, we might have a game 3 tomorrow with Florida State and Georgia.
Yeah. If
Georgia wins tonight. But if not, Georgia's going home. So this is an exciting tournament, though. It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
The players have fun. You can see them.
Yeah.
Unless they're losing.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, who's going to want to have fun while you're losing?
Yeah, yes. That Oregon coach last night, she got ejected. She was mad.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what I was doing. But
you ran to the bathroom.
Yeah, dang bladder. But that's why I missed the ejection. Darn it.
Yeah.
But,
well, now she's really mad because they're going home. They're the first plane ride home.
Dang.
Those girls.
Yeah, we work so hard and then you lose and then you have to go home.
And Oregon this year, my goodness, Oregon finished number 19. They went 35-15 this year.
Oh, wow.
Won 35 games, lost 15. 50 games they played. Pretty good. They played 52.
That's good.
Yeah, they played 52 because they won those. They played those last 2 games. So realistically, they went. What is that? It is 35-17. I mean, hey, they still won 35 games.
Yeah, that's still a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, how crazy was it around there when San Diego State made the Final Four? Oh my gosh, we were jumping. Remember, we were at the restaurant and people were like screaming. We heard them like when the player hit that shot at the very end. I was watching in the Hulu. I was jumping around when we were at Dos Lagos. I don't remember.
Dos Lagos?
Remember?
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah, so my grandfather and my mom and her man, shout out to them. We were eating, and the game was just ending when we were leaving, and he hits the shot and game. I hate to say it, but I think everybody kind of knew they were going to lose in the final. But it was a great run, and getting that far was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For San Diego State, the men's team, so we were cheering them on. So anyway, so there you have it. Well, you picked UCLA.
I don't think I'm going to pick anymore. I'm just kidding.
And Oklahoma's still in it for me. So I'm going to say, so what team are you...
I'm just kidding.
So what team are you going with now?
No, I'm not picking.
She's angry. She's not picking anymore. You might want to stick with Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Oklahoma State.
To the woman who hates orange.
I do, but I liked them. They're cool.
Orange power! They were cheering that last night!
Yeah.
They were screaming orange power, you guys. It was awesome. Oh, I love it.
Hey, you got to say any chant that will help encourage your teammates to, play good.
Those Oklahoma State Cowgirls not have fun. They were having a great time. So anyway, so there it is. And yeah, we were just doing the dang thing. So that was a lot of fun last night. And by the way, Mike asked a little bit ago, Alabama baseball team, they ended at 38-17, number 24 in the country, and we're still awaiting. Right now they're losing to Vanderbilt, the Vandy boys, in the SEC tournament in the 4th round, 5-2. So, I know how the tournaments usually work. But Selection Monday on Memorial Day. And as I always say, as I said earlier on my show on The Defining Moment this morning, and I will say again, Memorial Day, happy Memorial Day to every one of you out there.
Yes.
And we got to say, happy Memorial Day to those who paid the ultimate price. Monday is the day where we remember the fallen, because freedom isn't free, and they paid the ultimate price so that you and I can do what we do, everybody.
Yep.
So we just want to say thank you all. God bless you all. Go with God. We pray that they're all with our everlasting Father, and we pray for all of their family and friends, and you will meet them again one day. And we just thank you for your sacrifice for our amazing country.
Yes.
So, with that said, you guys, oh man, big ups to the Los Angeles Sparks. They lost last night. Who cares? I don't care. We were so happy to win on the other night when we were watching with the Mercury. Remember when they were winning that game?
Yeah.
How about Brown? Can she play?
Yeah, she's good.
Homegirl can play, right?
Yeah, she can ball.
She can ball. Well, unfortunately, last night they didn't ball. They lost. They lost 94-85 to the Aces.
Oh, dang.
But we watched it, remember?
Well, I was cooking, so I couldn't really pay attention.
Sorry, well, I was watching. Just kidding.
I was making dinner.
It was on the TV, though. You heard it.
Yeah.
But it's all good. So, coming up in a couple of days here, the Sparks take on the Aces again tomorrow. So, let's see if they win it in Vegas. Hopefully they will.
The ladies better pull it together.
Yeah, so Joel says here, Liberty taking it all this year. Yeah, well, absolutely, Liberty is great. And yeah, Taryn, I wanted the Sparks to win, but the Aces came alive in the second half. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. They were leading by 10. The Sparks were leading by 10 at the half. But,
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, and yeah, the Aces were the champs last year, and Mike C, they look like they could do it again. Mm-hmm. The Asia, I mean, they look so good. Asia Wilson, that entire team looks very, very, very good. So, must be good. Must be nice to win in Vegas. Looking at you, Raiders. Looking at you.
Maybe they'll rub off on them.
The Aces play and they win. The Golden Knights play and they win. The hell's wrong with you, Raiders? So, Anyway, yeah, they don't have an NBA team, a WNBA team in Boston, but hopefully they get one soon.
Yeah, they should. Just
like we were talking about, like okay, and we're excited because really cool. So Cecilia's paraeducator and her teacher has a sister, a cousin that plays for UAB,
yes,
University of Alabama Birmingham. Go Blazers! And apparently she got picked up and she's playing for one of the WPF Women's Pro Fast Pitch teams this year.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
We don't know which team. It could be any of the four. The Smash It Sports Vipers, the USSSA Pride, the Oklahoma City Spark, or the Texas Smoke. Mm-hmm. We're really excited for that.
Yeah, I am excited for that. That's cool because I, know somebody who knows her, so that's cool.
They get underway in 3 weeks from today. They start. Mm-hmm. Actually, 3 weeks from yesterday is the first game. And we have the USSA Pride taking on the Texas Smoke. And the Oklahoma City Spark will be taking on the Smash It Sports Vipers. So, really excited for that. Yeah, the Texas Smoke, that's a great name, isn't it? And yeah, the WNBA is rumored to be expanding soon, says Joelle, with Philly and Boston as prime locations.
Nice.
Yeah, I really hope you guys, we both hope that the WPF expands too. The Pro Fast Pitch League.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, the National Pro Fast Pitch died a couple years ago because of COVID, the NPF. But it's okay. The Pride survived it. And, the NWSL is expanding. We now have 2 teams. And we got to go watch them, of course, the San Diego Wave, go Wave, and Angel City FC, Los Angeles. So we got to go check out those ladies playing. But we really hope that we get a professional softball team out here, too.
Yeah, that'd be really awesome.
Right? Like the San Diego something, Los Angeles something.
Yeah, because the women deserve it as well.
Yeah, we'd love to go see that. So, all right, you guys. So, with that said, man, we had some great stuff the last couple of days. I mean, we've got all kinds of great sports that have just really, we've been really enjoying. Cecilia's been seeing me over here freak out a lot when teams lose like the Lakers did last week. Or LA Galaxy just continues to lose because, after all those years of tradition winning, they decide, well, we're going to try something new. Hey, there's a team in Vegas that we would like to mimic. The Raiders, hey! Of all teams, I didn't think the Galaxy would ever do that to me. And here they are. So really quick, I want to take a trip over to the MLB. Well, we still have time. Screw it. We have time tonight. So we cheer on. We are Dodger Angels. Yep. And the Angels this year actually look like a baseball team. I can't believe it. Currently 28-23 in the middle of the AL West. And in the NL West, the Dodgers are leading by a game and a half. 31-20 right now. So big ups to them. Oh yeah, just a little bit. Of course, we with our show here, we're a little biased covering things, but definitely excited. We watch more and more as we go. So anyway,
yeah, I'm watching more and more as we go.
Right. So with that, let's take a look at the chat room real fast. So we got a lot of things going on here. Do the Silver Bullets exist? Is that a team? Never mind, they haven't existed since 1997. Okay, well, yeah, we were not double digits in age yet, Mike C, in 1997. So, and also, let's see here. Oh, that's pretty cool, Taryn. San Diego got a pro women's volleyball team in the Pro Volleyball Federation. San Diego is looking good for volleyball, and I'm pro sports. That's awesome.
Nice.
I'm pro sports. So, and also
awesome.
Mike C says here, what do you think of the new rules this year with the pitch clock? Love it.
Oh, I like it.
Love it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
You guys will always hear Cecilia and I cheering on our Lake Elsinore Storm because we live 2 cities away from Lake Elsinore, and we love our Storm. Unfortunately, we got to say this too. Thoughts and prayers. Last week we were supposed to be there, but the explosion in the locker room happened, or somewhere near the locker room. 2 people were burned, like not bad. Like, I mean, they were hospitalized, I believe. Like, I don't think there was any fatalities or anything that happened.
No,
but we pray for everybody that's okay. But they actually canceled the whole series from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like the second half of the series. So right now the Storm are currently in Rancho Cucamonga taking on. No, I'm sorry. They are. I think they're taking on the Quakes. But crazy how that happened. We were supposed to be there. It was halfway to Halloween night.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I wanted to dress up like something, you know. Just kidding. Just kidding. But unfortunately, that happened, and it sucked. But yeah, they were in a 6-game series. That's how the single A does it. And yeah, we had it was the 66ers they were playing.
Yeah.
The Inland Empire 66ers. And it's, of course, California League, Single A, Minor League, MILB. The Lake Elsinore Storm are the Single A affiliates of the San Diego Padres. And, of course, we got love for the Padres, too. Might as well. We got 3 teams.
I'm just kidding.
Hey. So crazy, right? I'm just like, whoa, like, crazy how that happened. Yeah, prayers up, and Joel, absolutely, yeah. So, crazy how that whole thing happened. So, yeah, God bless everybody. Hopefully everyone's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that whole thing got canceled. This week, the Storm is taking on the Quakes in Rancho Cucamonga, and they're playing tonight. Actually, in about 30 minutes at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. So, Storm will be back next week. And we're really excited because we're going to see a couple of cool things. On June 1st, it is Hispanic Heritage Night.
Oh, really?
Yes. Salsa dancing. And then, it's Thursday night. And then on Friday night, it's going to be Family and Faith Night.
Oh, we definitely got to go there.
So we're
to that.
Really excited for that one coming up. So you already know this Thursday and Friday where we're going to be. All right, Storm fans out there. So we're excited for that one. Of course, the Lake Elsinore Storm, the 2022 California League champs. So we are excited for them right now. Currently, and love salsa. Oh yeah, Mike C knows, man. Mike C knows. So, so currently in the California League, it's just been a wild ride. It's been absolutely crazy. But the Storm, of course, let me see if this thing pops up. The Storm right now currently in second place right now, trailing by 2.5 games to the Quakes in the South. So we're going to continue to cheer them on. The San Jose Giants, actually, they are leading by 4 games over the Fresno Grizzlies in the North. So really excited. Always a great little league. If you guys have a local single A team, go support them.
Heck yeah.
They're fun games. Not a bad seat in the house.
Oh, definitely not. To me, they're much more fun.
Yeah.
Not saying anything about the professionals or anything like that.
Well, they are professional. You mean major leagues.
No, because I said the minor leagues are definitely better to see than the major leagues.
Yeah.
So I said nothing bad about them or anything.
Yeah.
Just,
That's fun. We enjoy it. So okay. Cool. The Lowell Spinners. Of course, Lowell is a part of, of course, is over in Massachusetts. And Mike C cheers them on. That's their single A team over there. So
that's cool.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
And then they have, but this is a cool thing. They have a triple A team, which is almost majors, of course. The Pawtucket Red Sox.
Oh, that's a cool name.
So cool that you can see, you know what I mean? These guys were almost going to be Red Sox one day. Or professional, like, you know, major league. So, pretty cool, right? So, I wish we had a AAA around here to go check out, too.
Yeah, that'd be cool, too.
So, but, okay. So, we're going to jump into a new segment here, okay? And I introduced Cecilia earlier, and it's kind of funny, because she was like, whatever, like, it's cool, whatever. But I think it's kind of, was it not kind of cool in a weird way?
What? I don't even know what you're talking about.
The MTV High School Stories.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
I've never
right?
heard of them.
Interesting, right? So, they moved. What? They're now the Woo Sox. But, oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Pronounced Woo-Star. Wow. Woo-Star Red Sox. Crazy. So not Pawtucket no more. Interesting. I did not know that. So, okay. So, let's go ahead and talk about this. High school stories. So, I am really old.
Oh, be quiet.
And in from 2004 to 2010, there was actually a series on MTV called High School Stories, and it was like scandals, and I put it on Twitter, so let me go take a look at it real quick what it was. So, it was High School Stories, scandals, pranks, and controversies. And they just kind of show stuff on there. It's like reenactments, you know, kind of corny reenactments and everything. But like of these things that apparently happened. I was reading on Wikipedia earlier that like they actually like these were, you know, like they were just like mimicking, I guess, or I don't know what it was, but there was like stories from around the country. And I guess some of these, I don't know if all of them were real and authentic. I don't know. But what I do know is that they make for, you know,
A good watch,
and they also can make for a little good conversation.
Yeah.
So, a long time ago, back when before IE Sports Radio even existed, and I was into doing like little pre-recorded radio shows where I played music before I was like, this is copyright, isn't it? And I stopped after 3 shows. I didn't want to get like arrested for like, or fined for playing actual, you know, copyrighted music and everything. But I had a topic one day where I was talking about one of these high school stories. And the topic was where this kid was just being proud of his heritage, you know, his ancestry, that is. And he was wearing, I think, like a Puerto Rican shirt, like a shirt with a Puerto Rican flag on it. And this is just one of the high school stories. And I talked about, like I said, that's why I thought it'd be fun to talk about it with Cecilia and like walk some of these episodes later. We found it on YouTube, by the way. By a YouTuber. The channel is I Willie Don't Know, like with the name Willie. Pretty cool. But so thank you to them for posting these videos up. But and I didn't see this particular episode on there, but this episode was crazy. This kid, I think it was like in Florida somewhere or somewhere on the East Coast, but this kid wore a shirt with the Puerto Rican flag or Cuban flag or what, so you know, a flag of the country that he or his ancestors came from, and the admin suspended this kid for like being like, I guess, like non-patriotic to the USA, I guess. Kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
So the student body got a hold of that, got a wind of it, and we're like, that's not fair. So they planned a day when that kid came back that all of the kids, actually, or the majority of the kids of the high school, all got a shirt custom made with their flag of their people of their ancestry, and we're like, yeah, you can't suspend us all. So I think that kid actually got pulled in the office and was like, are you behind this? Whatever. At the end of the day, the admin was, of course, deemed wrong, and it was like...
They definitely were.
Yeah, it was a big thing, I guess, and I don't know if it's actually a true story or not, but that was one of these MTV High School Stories from the show. But really quick, I mean, just talking about that, I remember talking about this back in, like, 2008 on that little show I used to do that, of course, I long deleted a long time ago, but... You know, I thought that was a crazy little topic to talk about. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, what did you think about that, though, what I told you?
I thought that was crazy, because, I mean, yeah, you know... most of us were born here and whatnot in the United States, but it doesn't mean that we have to deny, maybe where our parents came from or where, our ancestors, as you were saying, came from. I mean, without them, they wouldn't, be allowed to be here. So I thought that was just crazy. Because, I mean, as long as he wasn't wearing anything that was inappropriate or it said anything bad, which he didn't. He just wore, a flag that represented his heritage in a way.
Absolutely. And I think that's horrible. Mike C in the chat room. Preach, girl, preach. But yeah, Joel says that's wild, right? And Mike C... You see what Mike C said in the chat room? He's like, Larry, I want to know what Cecilia is feeding you. Getting that 405 bench press, brother. I've been lifting weights for 20 years, man. Since I was a freshman in high school. Dang, it's going back.
I literally just give him the whole fridge.
She does, guys. My lunch. She has to wake up a whole half an hour early from where she would usually wake up to make my lunch.
Just for his lunch.
I feel like Fred Flintstone, like when the car tips over with the ribs on it. Like,
oh yeah.
I feel like I'm carrying like a brick with me or something, or like a lunch pail full of bricks. I mean, I gotta eat. Big boys gotta eat.
Yes, he has a, what do I always say? A bottomless pit for his stomach.
I do. So, so yeah, your grocery bill. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't even want to know.
You don't want to know. Like Costco. So, and
it's all because of him.
Yeah, that's true. She hardly eats.
Yeah.
This girl eats like a bird. It's funny because when we eat, we're eating. I'm eating and I'm like 5 minutes in, and I'm just going at it, and out of nowhere, she's like, her famous words. I'm already getting full. She's taking like 4 bites. Me, I'm over here.
You don't even taste your food. You seriously just inhale it.
I'm sorry.
Like, dang, funny. Calm down. No one's not going to take it away from you.
It feels like they are.
Oh, please.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, Mike C. Gotta feed the machine. Exactly, man. I put in work in that gym. I gotta eat. I'm hungry. Fat boys gotta eat, all right? So, but yeah, so back to the story. I mean, the admin was horrible for suspending that kid. Horrible.
Oh, yeah. That was dumb.
So, as you can see, this is some of the stories that are here. So this week, by the way, if you guys want to check it out, we posted it. Once again, give us a follow at TSCP_IESR. We posted our latest video. We're going to post it like a day before. So if you guys want to watch the episode and talk about what with us here on the show, we'd love to have you guys do that. But this week's episode that we watched, once again, courtesy of the YouTube channel, I really don't know what the name Willie, WILLIE, the episode of MTV High School Stories was jumping in the pool. And we watched it earlier today. And it was a high school prank. This was a senior prank one. Not a controversy or scandal or whatever. This is a senior prank. There's a lot of those on there. And long story short, in Plainsfield, I think, or what is this? Something like that. Remember. Plainsfield, I looked it up earlier. Let me go take a quick look at it. It was Plainfield High School in Indianapolis. And this kid, the seniors, for a senior prank, said, you know what? Let's just go. Wouldn't it be fun to go jump? I guess they had like at the end of the school year, there was where for PE, everyone got in the pool or something like that. So the seniors planned it out perfectly, and we're like, oh my gosh, let's go jump in the pool. And in the middle of the day, like for their lunchtime.
Yeah.
And then go to class soaking wet. It's kind of funny if you think about it.
Dumb but funny.
I mean, you know how miserable that would be walking around the rest of the day?
I could not do that. I'd like, nope. Or if I did volunteer to do it, I would make sure I brought extra clothes because there's no way. I would not walk around all day like that.
It was hilarious.
I'd be so miserable.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I don't think I could walk around that. Your clothes be clinging to you, and you'd have a miserable. You probably get rash from your clothes rubbing against you, and the water, the moisture.
Obviously, teachers keep it cold in their classrooms. I'd be freezing my butt off.
That was she don't do well in the cold, guys.
No, I don't.
I have the air conditioning on, and she has the heater on. It's, so in the winter, guess who suffers?
Yep. Not me.
That would be me.
Yeah, but during the summer, I suffer with our bill and then being cold in here.
Okay, if we could live in a freezer, we would.
No, if you could, you would.
She's like, I'll see you later. I'm going to go where it's cold. I mean, where it's warm. Anyway, so the kids jumped in the pool. They thought it was funny. One of the kids, a senior as well, was like, for the yearbook, he took pictures of it. Like a whole bunch of them. The kids were jumping in like crazy. I think how many kids was it?
I think it was about 30.
That jumped in the pool?
Yeah.
I mean, not the whole senior class participated.
No.
But so all these kids jumped in the pool. It's pretty funny. And what happens? The admin freaks out. All the teachers freak out. They were telling the kids to get out. It was like a little pool party. And the funny part is they jumped in with all their regular school clothes on. Yeah. That was part of the prank. So they all jumped.
I mean, during this time, no one had phones or like really technology on them per se.
Exactly. This was class 2002. Yeah. That did it. So yeah, I mean, this is
barely coming up.
Yeah, we're talking 21 years ago. Crazy, huh? So yeah, these kids were jumping in there and having fun and everything, and it was kind of funny because when they were like some of the kids, like these two girls that walked in the classroom, and remember the reenactment, the teacher said, "Oh, you ladies have fun with your swimming lesson or whatever," like, and everyone's all sitting down, squish, like when they sit, and ew. But apparently, right after that happened, like 10 minutes into class, they got called out, went to the office. The principal freaked out on them, said that like somebody could have gotten hurt, and
someone could have drowned.
And all these things, and then they laid it on them with a 5-day suspension. Mm-hmm. The kids only thought they were going to get a 3-day suspension, so they did this on a Tuesday, thinking they would get suspended.
No, Wednesday. They did it on a Wednesday.
Okay, well they just thought they would come back on school on Monday. They all thought they were going to get suspended. But they didn't. They got a 5-day suspension. Mm-hmm. And then the kid who took the pictures for a yearbook, he got suspended for 5 days as well. Well, yeah. I guess that became the center of the controversy.
Even though he didn't get in the pool at all.
Yeah, and he was just taking pictures.
He's a, what do you call him?
School reporter?
Yeah, he was a school reporter. So, like, he worked in, like, basically, like, yearbooks or, like, the newspaper that you would get at your school. That's what he did. Crazy,
right? And guess what? He gets suspended as well. His mom was, like, not happy. His teacher for yearbook, I think, wasn't happy, and they fought back against the school. The principal didn't really want to budge when they had their meeting with him and everything, and said like someone could have gotten hurt. And they were saying that he, like, what did they say? It's like he egged it on. Like it was worse because he was taking pictures
it and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
like he was the mastermind behind it all or whatever.
That's annoying, right? Like, yeah, it's really annoying. So. Anyway, they reduced his suspension to 2 days, and I guess everything was fine. Luckily...
Well, even the students were vouching for him to, like, let him come back. Basically, like, he had nothing to do with it. He was just there doing his job as a reporter, basically. So there was, like, really no need for him to be suspended.
Yeah, what's crazy is we find out that your First Amendment actually gets revoked when you're a student, I guess.
A lot of, like, when it caught wind to, like, networks and like actual reporters and whatnot, then that's when they were asking like all of the students, like, do you feel like your First Amendment was being taken away, basically?
Apparently, if you're under a school, like a district, they can say what goes on or what doesn't, I guess. Mm-hmm. Which,
like, you're limited.
Which I get it. Makes sense and everything. But still, kind of crazy, right? Anyway, it all ended fine, thankfully. And the biggest thing is that so close to graduation, they all got to walk with their senior class. Mm-hmm. Which is cool. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine how crazy that would have been?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially, like, not to walk because of that. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know...
I don't believe in suspension, though.
Yeah,
I feel like no kids learn from that. It's like literally a vacay from them.
It's a vacation
for them. So, I was telling him, I was like, I would make the students clean or something like that. I don't know. Give them some other kind of punishment where, like, they would have to still be in school, but maybe at the end of the day or maybe, you know, before school starts, like, have them come in and, like, do some kind of thing.
Crazy, right? And Terrence says, oof, that photographer got a raw deal. You would think the principal would want the photos to identify everyone who jumped in the pool. That actually makes sense, I think.
Well, they did, too. They took everybody's names down, and he took the camera away from the kid.
Plus, the camera was school property.
Yeah, and that, too.
So, I'm sorry, I almost spit out my coffee. Joel says here, I can't believe schools would even agree to let MTV film them during school days. So,
I don't think they ever specify what schools they are.
No, they do.
Oh, they do?
But these are just stories in their reenactments. This isn't actually live time.
Yeah.
Like, they just reenact it from a story that they heard. Mm-hmm. So crazy, though, right? So, yeah, it wasn't
some of these, we don't even know if they're true.
Yeah, some of these could have been fabricated and he's totally made up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the series. Well, it's not really a series, but we found, once again, I Really Don't Know on YouTube. Go check out the channel. They have 21 episodes uploaded, and we're going to watch one every week and just talk about it really quick. Mm-hmm. Interesting, though, right? Little things, right? They're cheesy, but they're cool. You know?
And what do you call it? We were all like, should we watch it? Because we watched it on our TV.
Oh, the quality sucks.
Yeah, there you go, the quality.
But you still get the gist of it and
yeah,
everything.
It's so funny.
You could even look it up on like Google and everything, get more on the story, I'm sure. But yeah, Joel, I was about to say. Exactly. So anyway, you guys, we're going to take ourselves another quick break. When we come back, we are going to be talking about the movie of the week. Okay? And the movie of the week brought to you by my beautiful wife, Speed Racer. Mm-hmm. Released in 2008. It was actually really cool. I liked it.
Yes.
Celia didn't think I was going to like it.
No, you knew about it already, but you never watched it, which I was surprised.
I knew the cartoon back in the day. Our parents are old enough to watch that.
I didn't know it was a cartoon beforehand.
But yeah, good old Speed Racer. And then, of course, how about Memorial Day weekend? The Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, and the Coca Cola 600, or the World 600. And just how crazy are the drivers who have attempted to drive not only the Indianapolis 500, get a helicopter from Indianapolis to Charlotte, North Carolina, and then drive another 600 miles in the Coca Cola 600. Darryl Kinsey Jr. will talk to us through his voice clip that he made, especially for us, about, well, how that actually works and how crazy it really is. You were listening to the Sports Cult Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back with plenty more after this.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Darius Live.
And we're the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS, the SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, everyone. My name is Darryl Kinsey Jr., and I'm welcoming you to take another lap with the fastest show on IE Sports Radio. Yes, this is the Extra Mile with me and my co-hosts Christopher Lehman and Michael Ward. We talk everything racing from NASCAR to IndyCar to Formula One to limited hydroplanes, endurance racing, the NHRA, and more. So come join us for an hour of great racing talk and a lot of fun as well on the Extra Mile, Thursdays at 8 p.m. only on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We are back. Final segment of the show. Perfect way to come back in because that's the Extra Mile. If you missed it, yesterday's show was a great one with Mr. Darryl Kinsey Jr. and Christopher Lehman. They talked all about Memorial Day weekend, how awesome it's going to be. We are excited for that, and I'll tell you, it has definitely been a wild ride watching all those Memorial Day weekends since I was little. Always fun to watch those three races on Sunday. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one. So with that said, alrighty. So I have a quick question in the chat room. And what?
Nothing.
Really, really, really quick, Mike C. So proposing to Cecilia. I would, well, kind of cool. When we met, long story short, COVID times, we were like, screw it, we'll both try a dating app. We did. We met. It was awesome. And after talking for like a month on the phone and everything and FaceTiming, we met at a restaurant, the Old Spaghetti Factory in Riverside, California. We met there, and well, 10 months later, I figured, well, I was going to propose to her there. So I took her out one morning on a Sunday on April 25th.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
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 You said morning.
Okay, well, it was the afternoon, and yeah, I called in ahead of time, got some flowers, with a little "Will you marry me" thingy in it, had the ring ready, told the waitresses and even the manager that I was going to do it, and we sat in the same, I requested the same booth that we sat in when we went there, and yeah, after we were eating and ran out to the car, grabbed everything, ran in, a couple of the waitresses were recording it, which is pretty awesome. Ran in there, and when I came back from the quote-unquote bathroom, I stood her up, gave her the flowers. I think she saw the little thingy in there, the little "Will you marry me" thingy. And yeah, got down on one knee in front of everybody, asked her if she'd marry me. She said yes. It was awesome. Grabbed her, gave her a giant kiss, and turned around. Everyone was cheering. Put my hand up like I guess won the Super Bowl. I did. It was awesome. And yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah. It was good.
It was fun. The good old story of our proposing, right? So that's cool. That's how when me and producer Jenna met. I love how he calls her producer Jenna. Producer of Carolina Cast. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's how they met too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Don't know if it's a dating app or COVID times or both, but I'm guessing because COVID times would have to call for the dating app, I guess. But anyway, that's crazy. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So all right, you guys, we are back once again. Final segment here of the show, and she's the boss. That's right. That's awesome. I could say that here too. Cecilia's the boss.
That's right.
So, Speed Racer 2008. I don't know who played the kids, but I do know that John Goodman was in it. And John Goodman is awesome because John Goodman has the most unique voice in the world. Nobody else has that voice.
Yeah, it's very distinct and different.
Yeah, John Goodman's awesome. And the lady The mom.
Susan Sarandon.
That's her name. I forgot. I keep on forgetting her name.
You didn't forget it yet. Yesterday when we watched it. But that's funny.
Sorry. But really cool movie. I don't know any of the other actors, but I will tell you that it was awesome.
I've seen some of the actors, but I can't recall their names right now. Yeah. I've seen them in like different things, but yeah.
It was a great movie. Because I said we had to watch, because Cecilia too keeps her eye out for like things. And last week she even said, we should watch Speed Racer. And I was like, we should hold that off till next week because it's Memorial Day weekend. And it's a great tribute to Memorial Day weekend and racing. So we watched Speed Racer on, what was it, Wednesday night? I think, yeah.
No, it was Thursday. Oh, yeah.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
And it was awesome. Of course, it goes behind the scenes with like the dirty world of like, like the racing teams, and that's anything, honestly, like that world of
where they, what do you call it? Fix the games and stuff.
Drivers and athletes, and but they don't. I mean, I still don't believe games are fixed and all that. But at the end of the day, some people think they're a little too powerful for things, and some of these corporations are a little too big. Well, these racing teams or these team owners and all these different things and whatever, but it's pretty cool how it works out, though. It really does work out cool. So apparently Racer X really was the brother who had surgery, which is crazy.
He went undercover.
But super crazy, right? And well, Speed Racer actually wins the race at the end, and it's hilarious because right when it first started, Cecilia said one thing, that it's like Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah, low-key reminds me of the game.
Like the racetracks? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
racetracks, yeah.
It seriously is like Mario Kart. Like, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, we definitely enjoyed it. Great movie. And really cool ending scene. Super neat. Futuristic. This takes place, maybe 1,000 years from now? You'd think?
Yeah.
I know the cartoon was very futuristic too. I didn't really get a chance to watch cartoon a lot. It wasn't our era, but yeah. Still.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a cartoon first. I mean, I kind of figured it was something beforehand because obviously they remake a lot of stuff. So
that's the world we live in. Remake music, remake movies, remake everything. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know. I'm one of those people who don't like things that be remade for the most part. So some are cool, I guess. But anyway. Racer X. Speed Racer. Awesome movie. What do you rate it?
I'll give it 10 out of 10.
Right.
It's a cute little movie.
Right. You said you've seen it several times before I even saw it. Well, you saw the other night.
I seen it in theaters when it first came out. And then after that, I watched it whenever I wanted to. So
it was a good movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it too. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. That was a really, really neat movie. And I'm happy that we watched it. So, with that said, this coming up this weekend is the big one. We have Memorial Day weekend and double duty. Is anyone going to do double duty this year? No. But have they done it in the past? Oh, yeah. Now, I have a blog here, I believe, this website that I found earlier. It is by Abhay, I believe, or Abhay, A-B-H-A-Y, Agarwal, Aggarwal, and is from Essentially Sports, the fans' perspective. And cool little website here. If you guys just type in Double Duty Memorial Day, scroll down and you should see Essentially Sports here at www.essentiallysports.com. Click on it, and I'll go ahead and read this article here, written by, once again, Abhay. And we will take a look at what it says. Alright, so double duty is an auto racing term based on 2 occasions held on Memorial Day weekend in many years. It is also known as the Indy Charlotte Double or Memorial Day Double. The 2 occasions are the yearly Indianapolis 500 and the Coca Cola 600. While the former is the main IndyCar Series race held at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Indiana, the other event is a NASCAR Cup Series held at Charlotte Motor Speedway in North Carolina. The 2 races are viewed as critical occasions for their particular arrangement. The Indianapolis 500 is the most prestigious race for IndyCar, while the Coca Cola 600 has for quite a long time been viewed as one of NASCAR's most significant races. They are booked to be run around the same time. with the Indianapolis 500 in the afternoon and the Coca Cola 600 in the evening. For a driver to pull off the quote-unquote double, they would need to contend at Indianapolis first and fly to Charlotte to finish the accomplishment. Absolute craziness, right? So it says drivers that have taken part in the NASCAR IndyCar double duty. This task was first undertaken by John Andretti on May 29th, 1994. In 2001, Tony Stewart turned into the sole driver to finish the 1,100 miles of the two races, doing it in a combined 7 hours and 43 minutes and 42 seconds. Crazy. I had no idea what I was doing, said Stewart. Obviously, I knew that I was driving the race cars. Of course, driving, yeah. I didn't have a clue what I was going to take endurance-wise to both events. I had never done anything with nutrition. I didn't have the knowledge to know what I needed to know on the nutrition side to take care of myself for those two races. Crazy. The latest attempt was made by Kurt Busch in 2014. He completed in the 6th spot at the Indianapolis 500. However, he exited the Coca Cola 600 midway due to a failed engine. The accomplishment is considered physically and mentally draining, as drivers need to be in a race vehicle for the majority of the day. The driver covers more than 1,000 miles span over the endeavor, and do so with almost no rest whatsoever. In addition, it is completed without the assistance of a relief driver. They need to withstand totally different environments while racing in the 2 series. An IndyCar race is run with an open wheel car and a stock vehicle in NASCAR, wherein the driver is in a closed car. 4 drivers, John Andretti, Robbie Gordon, Tony Stewart, and Kurt Busch, have participated in the 2 series. Above all, Tony Stewart's 2001 participation remains as the best joined outcome, completing 6th at Indianapolis and 3rd at Charlotte. End of the article. Crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Now, we've been talking this week, and once again, if you want to check out that article, that's Essentially Sports at www.essentiallysports.com. The article is What is NASCAR IndyCar Memorial Day Double Duty, written by, once again, Abhay Agarwal, I believe. That's Abhay, and then Aggarwal. So, double duty. When I first told you this week about double duty, what did you think?
Well, at first I didn't know what that meant until you explained it. But I think it's crazy. Whew, these drivers are brave.
Isn't that something?
Who have done it. So, yeah. I wouldn't do it.
It's nuts, right? Mm-hmm. So, you start off the day. So, one thing, Darryl will tell us in a few minutes when we get into his messages. It starts off in the morning. You wake up after all the qualifying and the practices for Indianapolis is so hard, even qualifying for that race, because everyone wants into that race. You get into that race after all that qualifying, get in, you wake up that morning, you drive. Mm-hmm. The race starts right around 12:30ish East Coast time, okay, Indianapolis time, Eastern time. Then it's about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour race, depending. After you finish with that race around almost 3 o'clock-ish, you get in the helicopter and you fly an hour and a half southeast direction-ish, not super southeast, but still, to the East Coast in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we looked it up. It's about an hour and 35 minutes. And I think I've seen before it's a helicopter. Darryl says helicopter as well. And they freaking fly over there. It's about 574 miles, something like that. It's an hour and a half flight. You get right out, and you go right to the car, basically. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they have like driver meetings and everything they get to, or I forgot. But anyway, I think you're driving within an hour of getting there. You get into a race car, and now you are driving NASCAR's longest race, which is 600 miles, 400 laps around Charlotte Motor Speedway. From local time, it's like 7 o'clock, I think, all the way until like almost 11.
Dang.
It's like almost a 4-hour race because a regular NASCAR race is about 3 hours. So insane, right?
Very.
I remember seeing Kurt Busch doing it in 2014, I think, or I forgot who did it. But I remember saying that they got an IV, like, on the way. I don't know if all drivers did that, but I remember hearing somebody got an IV, like, in the helicopter to, like, give them fluids and everything. That's nuts, right?
Well, yeah, if you think about it, too. I mean, they're driving for however long, and then they don't even get to, like, drink any water or anything like that to keep themselves hydrated, so an IV is definitely necessary.
Crazy. Tony Stewart even said, I didn't even know what I was doing, like, nutrition-wise, because Tony Stewart was still relatively new. He was very young doing this, 2001, and he's an amazing driver. But yeah, absolutely nuts. So with that said, we're going to take a quick listen here, about 5 minutes-ish, of our very own Darryl Kinsey Jr. of The Extra Mile here on IE Sports Radio. And, he's got plenty to say about this. So take it away, Darryl.
So in all the years that we've been doing this double duty era, only one person has been able to do it. Why? Well, I think the answer, honestly, is twofold. First, and actually I'll make that threefold, to be honest. The first one, obviously, there's a lot of pressure to make the Indy 500. You know, as far as Charlotte is concerned, yeah, that's a big race, but you qualify for that like the week after Indy. For the Indianapolis 500, you are there 2 weeks before the race. You do a week's worth of practice, and then you have a weekend worth of qualifying. And here's the thing with the qualifying. It's all day. It's the top 33. If you qualify 34th, there's no provisional to help you out. You're just out. We saw that with Graham Rahal last week. He's a regular, qualified outside the top 33. He's out. Now he's back in because Stephon Wilson got injured, but that's neither here nor there. This is a really hard race to qualify for, the Indianapolis 500. And then once you actually get into the 500, Indy cars are a completely different beast from stock cars. They are half the weight. They have a lot more downforce. They don't have power steering. The G-forces absolutely wreck your body. So you go through 3.5 to 4 hours of just getting your behind whooped in an Indy car. You finish that race. Now you have, let's say, an hour or two downtime to get on the helicopter, get some sort of food into you, collect yourself, fly all the way to Charlotte, and then you have to get into a cup car that has a completely different kettle of fish. Stock cars, 3,400 pounds. Yes, you have power steering, but you're sitting in an absolute oven. That steel cage might keep you alive, but what it also does is just trap heat. And this race is run in May. So this is the beginning of the summer. So book it, it's going to be at least 80 to 90 degrees when you start the race in Charlotte. And it's 20 degrees hotter inside the car compared to outside the car. So you're sitting in a temperature of over 100 degrees after you just got your behind whooped in an Indy car, taking 5 Gs a turn, going over 230 miles per hour down the straightaway, trying to focus on winning the greatest spectacle in motorsports, as I've called it. You have to come down from that adrenaline, rest, and get your adrenaline back up to compete in the Cup Series race. That is hard to do, and then you put on top of that, it's an endurance race for NASCAR with one driver, 600 miles, 400 laps. By the time you finish this, and Tony Stewart's the only one to do it, you are going to sleep for a week because you're going to be dead tired. It takes a lot out of you to try to run this if you qualify for both races. And remember, it's 2 different styles of car. It is an open-wheel Indy car and a full-body stock car. So you've got differences in aerodynamics, difference in weight, difference of how that car drives. You have to put away everything you just did that afternoon to focus on what you are doing tonight. It's really hard to get that done, and there's a lot of drivers that really, I don't want to say they can't do it, because that would be a lie, but that's a challenge some of them might not be up for. So to wrap this up, the Memorial Day double, we love to see drivers try to do it. The reason we don't see it that much is because the two cars that are used in it are completely different vehicles. The mental strain of running the Indy 500 and Coke 600 is immense, not to mention the physical strain of trying to do both races. The few drivers that have attempted it, I tip my cap to, because they are absolutely warriors out there. And for Tony Stewart to be, as of now, the only guy that's been able to do it, that is a record that really stands as a feather in his cap of his Hall of Fame, greatest of all time conversation career. Now, next year, we're going to have at least one driver that's going to give it a shot. Kyle Larson is going to strap in and try to run both the Indy 500 and the Coke 600. I think he can get it done. But when you get to qualifying in Indy, it doesn't matter what you think. If Indianapolis doesn't think you're ready, you're not going to be on that grid. Thank you so much for the time, guys. Have a wonderful show.
And that was Darryl Kinsey Jr. of the Extra Mile here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Well, there's Darryl Kinsey Jr., the man who knows all things about auto sports here at IE Sports Radio. Him, Christopher Lehman, and Michael Ward. What did you think about Darryl's snippet for us?
I thought that was cool, how he was able to, explain everything. And the degrees and everything.
Oh, that car cooks you.
Yes, that's crazy. I would have never thought that.
And that's why it's a night race, too.
Yeah, even then, though, I don't know. I just assumed that those cars had air conditioning. Those poor drivers, man. Yeah. And then the suits that they had to wear. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Those flame-resistant suits and everything. And it is just,
I wonder why they're so skinny. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'll tell you right now. This is, it's treacherous. Now, this year we will not have anybody be doing the double duty, but next year Kyle Larson will do it.
Good luck to him.
Good luck to him. Ooh. He is definitely somebody who's, a veteran in the sport, but it's not easy.
And then he was saying, too, that there's two different cars that you have to drive, right? For one race and then the other.
Oh, yeah. IndyCar is...
They're two different cars.
Oh, yeah. Completely different cars, completely different handling, I didn't know that IndyCar did not have power steering.
That's crazy, then. That means you would definitely, obviously, need to know how to drive both cars, then.
Mm-hmm. It is a war. Not against... it's a war against everybody else in the track. But the crazy part is it's also a war versus yourself. Your own staying awake, not being so tired, and it is...
I would need a caffeine IV instead.
Hey there, right?
I'm just kidding.
Hook me up some coffee. I want the Tanzanian bee berry. It is getting done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a hard thing to do. Hats off to Tony Stewart, the only one to ever complete that. Can you believe he finished 6th in the Indy 500 and 3rd in the Coca Cola 600?
Dang, I give him props because, man, that's something I could not do.
It's funny, we were talking about it. You even said, after traveling, you're tired. In a plane or in a helicopter, traveling, you're tired.
I mean, even if you're the person that's not flying the, helicopter or whatever that they take. Even then, though, it's just riding along, too. That takes a toll, too.
So you have to...
Because they're two different time zones, right?
No.
I mean, oh, no? Oh, I'm tripping.
So no jet lag, but yeah, thankfully.
I mean, I don't think it hits you like that, but yeah.
Yeah, insane though, right? To think if it was two different time zones, I don't think drivers would be doing it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Maybe Central, but definitely not West to East Coast or vice versa, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. But regardless though, such a crazy deal, right? So double duty, not this year, but now that you know about double duty though, I mean, what are you thinking about it? And honestly, do you think this is something that drivers should even consider ever doing? Because they want to etch their name in the greats.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but hey, if you're strong enough and have that willpower, I mean, go for it.
Yeah.
You be the go-getter, then obviously do it. But don't, do it just so that, you get your name well known or anything like that. Don't put yourself in danger. And I'm pretty sure they know this already.
Oh,
but
yeah. This is something major. And we got a lot who can do it. What's yet to be done is 2 top 5 finishes. Tony Stewart, he was right outside the top 5 in the Indy 500, 6th place. But we haven't seen anybody even finish it besides Tony Stewart. So nobody else. But the next person who does, if they don't finish in the top 10, well, Tony Stewart's still better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've yet to see somebody finish in the top 5. We've yet to see can somebody actually win both races? Oh my gosh, that would be historic.
Yeah.
Will we see a woman driver do this one day? The first woman.
That would be awesome.
Right? To ever complete the double. So, I mean, will we see, the first driver actually, like I said, win both races? Will we see the first driver ever, I don't know. I mean, I guess winning them both is the big thing, but I mean, it's amazing to think, will this ever be done? Will this ever be done in other races that are close to each other? You know what I mean? Of course, these are the crown jewels. These are the big ones here, the main events. But I'm just saying, this is a crazy thing. And I remember learning about this when I was a kid, and I was like, oh man, that's a cool thing to do, So, I don't know. Kind of neat, but yeah. So, well, for tonight's show, there's only one thing left to do. And that's to cue the music! Because we are on out of here for the night. My goodness, I know we went an hour and a half today. Yeah. Cecilia's falling asleep.
Yeah.
Where's that coffee at?
The coffee is not helping. I'm just kidding.
Well, if she still wants to go, looks like we might be taking a trip to Five Below.
I'm debating that.
She's debating. By the way, is there any Five Below fans out there? No?
Oh my gosh, that store is the best. It's like a second best to like the dollar store. I mean, this store would come first now to me, but man, because it's not an expensive store. Everything is literally $5. I mean, you still find like things that could be like $15, but I don't think I've ever seen anything that's like $20 or more. So yeah, it's a really cool store. I love it.
Yeah, Five Below, I think originally in like somewhere in the East Coast, Pennsylvania or something, but really cool, really neat store. So we may go there tonight, we may not, but oh man, it was a fun show. We thank all of you for listening tonight. Especially if you stay the whole duration. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out.
But 33, well, when the show's over, about 35 minutes over. But hey, like I said, we had to go double duty tonight. Hey, that's getting dough. Of course, like I said, Mike Pat not doing Let's Whine About DMV Sports tonight, so we kind of took over a little bit of his time territory. Actually, almost all of it. It's almost 7, my goodness. But thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight, of course. Taryn Rodriguez in the chat room saying great show, Larry and Slade. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
John Felipe, Joel, and Mike C up in the chat room. We appreciate you all so very much. Just everybody, we thank you all for keeping the chat room bumping tonight. So many messages in the chat. And we just thank you all, once again, as I always say, big shout out, of course, to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, nothing is possible. And of course, big shout out to all of you guys out there, because without you, IE Sports Radio is not possible. Thanks for keeping me entertained, Taryn says. Well, we were happy to entertain you. Taryn's first night off on a Friday and who knows how long, but we are so excited. If you're listening to the recording, the podcast version, now available on Apple Podcasts.
Awesome.
Right. Check us out. Show us some love. Thank you all so much. I mean, seriously, we pour so much into this.
Yeah.
It's so much preparation. So for those of you who are podcasters, you know. And for those of you who aren't, well, now you know. But hey, we just do it because we love doing it and we love entertaining you guys, right? So anyway, you guys, that's gonna do it. Any last words?
Thank you for listening. Take care, be safe, and stay healthy.
Please do, everybody. It's a crazy world out there. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekends. If you're traveling, please be safe. Once again, thank you to all those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom. And, well, that's another one in the books. Make sure to give us a follow at TSCP_IESR. Give us a follow at IE Sports Radio all over social media. And show us some love there. IESportsRadio.com/The Sports Club Perspectives. And, of course, IESportsRadio.com in general. Show us some love. And Terrence, see you next week. See you two next week. See you guys next week as well. With that said, for my beautiful wife, Cecilia, for me, your boy, Larry B, we will see y'all next week. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.